wants to send me a pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you sit there and you go, I'm not going because this.
I won't for him, but
I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight? You
believe people play with people intelligence the way they play with people intelligence and intellect. You know, the way they do today. You know, people are telling lies for a living. You know what I mean?
Tony Yayo just stepped straight into the fire and lit it up even more. He confronted J Prince head-on and dropped what might be the wildest extortion claim in hip-hop history. See, J Prince has long been known for his infamous check-in culture. If you're a rapper landing in Houston, you better pay respect or risk losing more than just your chain. But when he tried to run that game on 50 Cent, it backfired hard. Instead of playing along, 50 exposed the whole setup.
Don't turn me down.
What you said?
Don't turn me down, bitch. I don't, folks.
Don't turn you down.
Yeah, man. What you on, folks?
What you mean what I'm on?
What you on, man? What the deal there? What up?
What up? You want to buy your shit back or what?
You ain't get you flunked out ass little nigga. I'm trying to see where you at. You dumb mother. What you got? $20 out of car?
Nah, nigga. You know what we got? Nigga, stop that cap.
Mad. Man, crazy as a motherfucker.
Nigga, capping, bro. They gonna believe anything.
You want me to start my car? I just took a picture in the same car today with my little boy. You on this.
And basically dared J Prince to test him. What started as some quiet back and forth just blew up into a full-out war. Houston's street power going toe-to-toe with G-Unit's militant grind. But to understand how it all got this heated, you gotta rewind to where this smoke even started. J Prince, the founder of Rap-A-Lot Records, ain't just some music exec. He's the blueprint of what street certified really means. He's been holding Houston down like a ghost king. Never flashy, never loud, just powerful. And folks in the city, they don't just respect him, they fear him. Quiet whispers say, if you don't check in with Jay when you land in Houston, you might leave without your ice, or worse. Then comes 50 Cent, the exact opposite energy. From day one, 50's whole career has been about calling bluffs and throwing punches. He beefed with Ja Rule, Irv Gotti, the entire Murder Inc. camp, anyone who tried to punk him. G-Unit was built like a squad of soldiers. No check-ins, no ring kissing, and definitely no protection payments. So when rumors started swirling about 50 moving to Houston, people already knew this wasn't gonna be smooth. And just like that, the turf war was on.
Got a call, you know what I mean? Because the little homie young boy place got broke into, people went in his place, disrespected different things, and you know, I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right because they understand that, you know what I mean, young boy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce. I got your keys to your McLaren. You know, all that shit that they took. And the homie, Shakur, what you got, homie?
You got your Rolls Royce umbrellas. You got your keys. You got a bunch of other shit, so.
50 casually dropped a bomb on Twitter. I love New York, but I live in Houston now. I'll explain later. He didn't move for fame, he moved for business. New York taxes were bleeding him dry, and Houston made sense. More space, fewer taxes, and a booming rap scene that he could easily dominate. He wasn't just moving, he was setting up shop. Branson Cognac needed a southern stronghold, and H-Town's liquor game was perfect for it. 50 had a whole plan. Tap into the culture, grow his empire, and make Houston part of his legacy. But there was one problem. He didn't check in. J Prince allegedly saw that move as pure disrespect. Rumors say he took it personal, real personal. Word on the street, Jay sent some folks to remind 50 who runs Houston. Some even claim he wanted 50 to cough up cash for protection. But 50, he wasn't going for none of that. He told his team straight up, G-Unit don't need nobody's street pass. We got our own security. That's when things started heating up, fast. J Prince allegedly tried to slap a no-fly zone on 50, basically saying, don't come to Houston without permission. Now sure, that might work on up-and-coming artists, but 50 Cent, he turned it into comedy hour. He went on Instagram, clowning J Prince with memes, cryptic captions, and side-eye posts. He mocked the whole idea of check-in culture and dared Jay to do something. But while the online shade was flying, things behind the scenes got serious.
Hey, I don't want no friends. I don't want no new relationships. All that. Hey, I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, man, they got plenty around me you could call. I ain't nigga. It's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that pussy and shit. And I'm good on keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Man, man.
Turns out, 50 was quietly laying the groundwork for a massive G-Unit studio in Houston, a $20 million film and TV production hub. This wasn't just about ego anymore. It was about who would own the future of entertainment in H-Town. This move could have been a game changer. Jobs, internships, hype, all of it. But out of nowhere, the whole $20 million G-Unit film studio, gone from Houston, relocated to Shreveport, Louisiana. On paper, 50 said it was all about better infrastructure. But let's be real, we know the streets were talking. Houston's street politics got too messy. And 50? He ain't about to play footsie with snakes. Now here's where the whole story turns poetic. J Prince may have tried to force 50 out, but the city, it had other plans. Just 1 year after 50 set foot in H-Town, Houston wasn't pushing him out, they were lifting him up. In 2022, during the annual Thanksgiving Day parade, Mayor Sylvester Turner did something major. He handed 50 Cent the key to the city. And just like that, November 24th became officially known as 50 Cent Day in Houston. That's right, the same city J Prince ran for decades was now praising the same man who refused to bow. Turner wasn't holding back either. He called 50 a straight-up philanthropist, entrepreneur, and someone who genuinely helped the youth. His G-Unity program was putting in work with high schoolers.
You're dealing with older people. They're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little niggas. Like, the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like, for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas. Little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the...
And the crowd, they were going crazy. 50 stood tall on that float like he'd been born and raised in the south side of H-Town. And it didn't stop there. Through his G-Unity Foundation, 50 started giving back, heavy, from turkey drives and toy giveaways to partnering with the Rockets, Texans, and Astros via his Sire Spirits brand. In 2023, the man donated nearly $850,000 in toys. Then in 2024, he helped raise another $500,000 for the Houston Children's Charity just by auctioning off 2 oversized bottles of his Le Chemin de Roi champagne. The event raised a whopping $6 million in total. Meanwhile, J Prince, allegedly watching it all unfold like a king whose crown got swiped. The man who once ran Houston from the shadows was now watching the spotlight shine bright on someone else. And then came Tony Yayo, G-Unit's rawest voice, pulled up on Vlad TV and broke the silence. He explained exactly why G-Unit never played that check-in game.
Nothing should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, you know, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, you know what I mean, honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no shit like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to attack us, if you know what I mean. You know, when a man attack a situation with a weapon, then, you know, it become a playing field where, you know, any and everything.
According to Yayo, there's nothing noble about it. That whole check-in culture, just a smooth way to line artists up for extortion. You check in, you pay, or risk getting lined up. J Prince built his rep on this so-called protection game. He crowned himself as H-Town street gatekeeper, making artists feel like they had to go through him. Sounded friendly, but in reality, it was a setup. You pull up to Houston and don't check in, suddenly your chain's gone, your bag gets light, and the crazy part, if you do check in and something happens, Jay might recover your stuff, like some street superhero. But now people are asking, why was he that close to the problem in the first place? Yayo didn't sugarcoat it. He used Pop Smoke's situation as an example. How young artists trusting street dudes or getting too comfortable can go very wrong. According to him, it's all smoke and mirrors. Nobody's really gonna save you when it goes left. And now, all that mob talk, it's drawing attention. Serious attention. Yayo said straight up, this ain't the 90s anymore. You start dabbling in mafia-style politics, extortion, and setups, that's RICO case territory. Feds love watching this type of movement. That's why G-Unit always kept it militant. No handouts, no deals, no favors owed to any street figures playing puppet master. And then things got real ugly. NBA YoungBoy pulls into Houston for business, doesn't check in. Next thing, his spot gets hit. Chains, gone. Cash, gone. Car keys, gone too. And like clockwork, boom, J Prince hops on Instagram talking about how he recovered the missing goods.
Mike and Junior was walking by. He actually went in the restroom to wash blood off his hand where he had reached up on the takeoff. He had to pick him up and his fingers went in it. You know why?
But instead of handling it quietly, he films himself, puts it online, and starts playing peacemaker in public. That's when folks really started raising eyebrows. Why? Because 50 clapped back with no hesitation. He said if J Prince really wanted to help NBA YoungBoy, he wouldn't have done it for the gram, sounding off like, why you posting like some 60-year-old clout chaser? That hit hard. And it didn't stop there. Cameron and Maze jumped into the mix too, dragging J Prince for pretending like he still runs the streets. They weren't holding back, saying straight up, real OGs uplift the next generation, not shake them down. And if you still playing mob boss in your 60s, you failed. That's not leadership. That's holding the culture hostage.
I got out there, they showed me a lot of love. But Shreveport had the infrastructure already here. Like even the tax incentive was put back.
Well, yeah. And so a lot of people have been talking about, man, he's here only because they gave him a cheap deal or something like that. The reality is there's more to that deal than that. Way more.
They can't see
Break that down.
I'm spending $20 million this year anyway in the same building that they're saying was the cheap building.
Right.
So find somebody else to.
Now let's talk about those dice games, J Prince's other favorite pastime after intimidation. These high-stakes games are legendary in Houston, but not for good reasons. Whispers been going around for years. Folks say they're just traps in disguise, used to line up rappers and make sure they pay one way or another. And the most heartbreaking example, Takeoff. We all remember how Takeoff lost his life at one of those dice games when it spun into a shootout. But according to street rumors, and these ain't just wild internet theories, J Prince was allegedly salty that Takeoff and Quavo didn't check in properly. So he told his crew to send a message. It was meant to be just a scare, but it turned deadly. Takeoff was gone, just like that. And when the streets wanted answers, J Prince played dodgeball, deflecting questions, mumbling in interviews, downplaying it like he wasn't even there.
Maybe we need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, you know, is they seem to get hung up on that word checking in.
Yeah.
So if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing.
Right. What's the word, OG? What's the word?
Yeah, look, maybe we may want to tell them they need to get connected.
But it gets worse. Dude even hinted he got rid of evidence. Like what? And Takeoff wasn't the only one. Duke the jeweler. Remember him? He walked out of one of those dice games with $100,000 in winnings. Probably felt like he just scored the biggest W of his life. But before he could even reach his car, ambushed, robbed, killed. Another young black entrepreneur. Gone over what? A dice game? And just like Takeoff, no justice, no answers. So now ask yourself, when you line this up next to 50 Cent, who's out here building community centers, feeding families, and putting real money into the city? Who's really winning? One man is stuck on street fear and old codes. The other's making Houston a hotspot for business, opportunity, and change. And this ain't just internet trolling anymore. Word is 50's quietly collecting receipts, talking to folks, lining up proof that this whole check-in system is really just a masked up extortion ring. And if that's true,
Stuck on stupid, right?
Yeah.
You're stuck on stupid and you're not using your powers or access to powers that you have. You're looking at it as a negative versus a positive. You know, we all know if you can tap into good people wherever you go.
Wherever.
But I
Yeah.
mean, it's a blessing, Rick.
and the feds really get involved, it's checkmate. Game over. 50 Cent plays chess, not checkers. He don't move loud unless it's already done. So every meme, every shady post could be just the buildup to something way bigger. He might be one leak away from exposing the whole playbook. One federal tip from ending J Prince's legacy completely. Because right now, one man got the streets, but the other, he's got the whole city. So now we gotta ask, who really runs Houston? The man hiding behind the shadows and intimidation? Or the one standing in broad daylight with the key to the city? You tell us. Who you riding with? Drop your thoughts below. Is 50 Cent doing too much? Or is he the hero hip-hop needed to finally break this toxic system? And trust, it's only getting wilder in the next one. Don't go anywhere.